Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be creating a responsive component in Figma. To get started, I'm going to add a frame. So this frame can be of any width. The next thing, I'm going to create a rectangle, so that should serve as a placeholder for my image. So here I'm going to use the plugin on Splash for my image. And I'm going to select interior. So the image, I would just pick this because it's a landscape. It's on landscape mode. So now if I should select this and I try to adjust this, you see nothing happened. The image is not responsive. So what I'm going to do is we're going to select the frame and add the auto layout. Once you add the auto layout, there's some adjustment, but let's try this. It is still not responsive. So to make this image responsive, we are going to select the image and change the width to fill container. Once you've done that and you select the frame and try to adjust it, you notice that this is responsive with our frame. To balance this off, we're going to add some little settings to our frame. So here we have the spacing between the left and then the right here. If I change this to 0, you notice that the spacing is gone. So I'm going to set that back to 16. Then the spacing from the top and bottom, I'm also going to set that to 0. Let's see, then I'll do that to 16. So that is for the top and bottom. So right now I want to add a border radius of 8 to the main parent, and here I'm going to add a border radius of 4, half of what is being applied to the parent. So I'm going to select this and I can add this, the spacing, to get more space to type. So here I can randomly pick some text somewhere, drag it, and then let's see, paste it here. So I can just close this here, let's say drag this, so we have this. So right now, let's try to add a button again here. So let's say review. Now, so for this my button, I'm going to press Shift A to add that in an auto layout. What we are going to do is for the left and right, I'm going to make that 16. And from the top and bottom, I'm going to make that 12. So we can now add a background fill to this. So here I can change that to a color. So let's pick a bright color. Let's say something like this. Then let's change the text inside to white here. And then we can make that a bit bold, semi-bold. So I'm picking medium for that. So right now, we also want to make the text responsive because at this point, you notice it's only the image that is responsive. If you remember the last step we took, you can pause the video and try to apply that here. So I'm going to select the text and I'm going to select this fix and then use the fill container. So at this point, if I select this and I try to adjust this, you notice how we have our design responding to the size. So the next thing we want to do is I want to make sure that we're not having extra space in here. So to do that, we're going to select the height of this. We're going to select the height here. Instead of fix, I'm going to set that to hug content. So this automatically hug this item that we're having here. So if I break down here, we have this. But notice that it gets to a point that this design is no longer readable. So I don't want the user to be able to distort this to this level. So we're going to introduce the mean width and then the max width. So to do that, to apply the mean width and the max width here, I'm going to select the width here. Once you click on this arrow, we're going to add a minimum width. So this should only go down to 200 pixels. So anything below 200 pixels, it will not go below 200 pixels. So let's try that and see. Once I hit the 250 pixel, you notice that I'm trying to shrink this. You see a red line around. it means we have reached a break point. So we stop here. So let's try to increase this here. That means for the maximum width doesn't have any number, any particular number. So, but we can also apply the max width. What we're going to do here is we're going to select the arrow, and then I can add a max width. So here I can say max width of 750 here. So let's see what happens when I drag this, and you see this is on 750, and I try to add it again. You see we get a red line indicating that I am at the point where this can't be increased. So if you like tutorials like this, kindly subscribe to my channel.